look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play better, button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful episode of Checking These Buttons. We got a banger today, and we got that banger of a sub button right there. If you guys want to subscribe, just hit 62K on the race to 75. It's a random number, but I like it nonetheless. And we got them chapters down below if you want to skip around. So without further ado, let's check these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of Harada himself, checking them possible racist buttons that need to be checked. So starts off right here in the world, obviously, of Tekken. So there was somebody by the name of @TK_maydaysix, if I'm saying that correctly. She posted this. I guess she was playing some Tekken. She said, so I tried playing some Kazuya, and then down below she posted the screenshots. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So the first one, right off the bat, getting straight into it, says, get the fuck out of Tekken, you dirty. You can see right there, would not help at all. Loser, fuck off. She says, what's your problem? He says, I don't like your style. Slur, 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 slur. Fuck you. It's just a game, she says. And then continuing, she puts, I believe, his information. Yeah, so somebody by the name of Pink Man, and you can see, obviously, his information right there. Well, it gets around. I believe somebody ends up tagging Harada. We'll get to his response real quick. But if you continue real quick, like underneath, she says, bro, I rewatched our matches. The JAP in question is dick jab. Laugh my ass off, I'm dying. And then here's it right here. You can see down below. I guess she's using like a lot of jabs, like crouch jab. And you can see, I think it's just like done repeatedly. So now the question is, wait a minute, was he actually using the racist slur of JAP? Or was he fucking up his English and trying to say jab? Because it looks like he said it quite a bit. Like if you go back here, he says JAP, JAP, JAP. So in a sense, it could be I don't like your style, jab, 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 right? So now she's basically saying, well, maybe he wasn't necessarily being racist. She goes on to say, for your information, he changed his username. Now it's Pinkman6969. And then she tags Harada right there, basically showing the same information. If we pull it up, you can see, get the fuck out of Tekken, you dirty JAP, would not help at all. So that kind of makes it seem like it was jab as well, right? Saying you dirty JAP would not help at all. The word jab looks like it could fit there as well, right? So anyway, we continue on because it gets deeper. Others are right here saying, in this context, jab makes complete sense. He just said it so many times, it's hard to be like, how did you mess that up? P and B are not anywhere near each other on the keyboard. Others are like, from how the first two sentences are structured, it is possible that English isn't their first language. In that case, it makes sense that their confusion comes from B and P sound somewhat similar at the end of the words. Others are like, the description in his Tekken bio is Korean, so it's very likely that English isn't the first language. Even though I've met some Koreans who are fluent in English. And then down below saying, I mean, if he was from Korea, there would be more likely to be him saying that Koreans I've come across hate Japanese for some reason. And then it gets even deeper saying the reason is Japan was brutally colonized from Korea over 30 years ago. Okay, so it gets deeper right there, kind of back and forth. Well, Harada actually responds saying, this is a rude player. Is this DM via Twitter? Please tell us more about the record of this rant and we will ban the player if we can remove or prove the association of the Tekken ID from the ranting player. And then down below, people are kind of responding saying, no, he meant jab. Lying for a racist is crazy. You really think they out here saying you dirty jab? Question mark. Harada responds saying, read then this comment and fuck you is a dirty word enough. So if you continue on right here, Harada kind of explains that point of view, saying only in those cases can you call it a typo or misinterpretation. But you guys usually make a big deal when keywords referring to certain things are used incorrectly. Well, I won't tell you about that. In any case, fuck you is dirty enough word. Also, you don't know it, but we keep banning a lot of pluggers both automatically and manually. That's what I'm talking about. Don't talk about your impressionism. And I guess he's quote retweeting this one, but it does not exist anymore because whoever that was deleted that shit. Okay, and people continue to respond. Now that's an interesting debate, right? Because on one hand, it's cool because you're like, hey, Harada actually responded. And he goes on to say, we're banning people. We're not fucking around. We keep banning pluggers and other people manually. We don't talk about it all the time, but we keep on that shit. Now, as far as JAP versus the word jab, kind of rough, right? Because in one sense, it does kind of make sense because in the video, it shows that she was using like the crouch jab a lot. So that kind of makes sense. And then the way it was phrased, like jab, 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 which it could have been, seems like that. But then when other people are saying, well, why would he phrase it saying you dirty jab? You know, something like that seems racist as fuck. So, but even the girl, the player herself said, I think could have been jab, no? So who's to say? But the interesting is it does have, let me say this, it does have the energy of racism. You know what I'm saying? The way he said it, even though it could be like just English, he just fucked all the English up. It does have that energy. Let's be real, because the way he said it and the way he was like, fuck you, it has all the energy of racism, if that makes any fucking sense. But what I'm trying to say is what's even more interesting is Harada is saying, fuck you is rude enough. Okay, let's put aside all the racism part, you know, to the side. Let's go just off of Harada's statement. He's saying, even if we can't verify the jab versus the racial slur, which is JAP, is fuck you bad enough? Because he's saying it is. He's saying fuck you is rude enough, and that's ruling enough to ban somebody. So how do we feel about that, y'all? How do we feel about that? I think I want to bring on a special guest right about now because I think that's a good debate. I think it's about a good debate, and I think it's about time we check some of these buttons. Let's go. And here we are once again as promised.
I'm back.
Dirty to the low. We need a specialist.
I got hot talk. Why am I a special? Dude, no. You're doing a story about racism, and you're like, I need to bring in a specialist, and you bring in me? Bro, he does not tell me what stories that he's doing for the day because he likes a hot take.
I like a hot
take. But dude, come on, give me a heads up on that, bro.
I like it
like what
fresh.
the hell, dude? I am not a specialist on racism, but I'll give you my take.
Rick's an old school specialist on racism. He was born in the 80s. The man born in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s.
Yeah. That's when racism
We were
was well alive.
Racist.
What, anybody was born in our generation, the 70s, the 80s.
Racism was alive.
You know about racism.
Racism was definitely alive. Yeah. I know people are like, oh, it's racist. I'm like, bro,
that shit was everywhere.
I don't remember the last time I was called spick. in 30 years ago.
That shit
like
was
seriously,
just,
like
it was just casual.
It was just casual to just be like, dude, people would just casually be racist here in Texas
all the time.
That hasn't happened to me in a very long time.
Yeah, now it's different. Now it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? But on this one, you're caught up. You said you wanted to go back or something?
I want to go back to I got to see this. So you gave me all the info, and we're trying to figure out if it's racist or not. But I need to see the contents again.
Okay,
all
so
right.
she's saying she played this player, right?
Now,
he
is she Japanese?
She is actually Filipino.
Okay.
So she's from the Philippines.
So she could technically, if you're really bad, you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, you just say Japanese. But let me go back again. So let's see the video.
So this is the footage right here.
Okay, there's jab.
So she is technically doing a jab a lot.
That's just Tekken.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, and now let's go to what he actually tweeted and messaged her.
Okay,
let me see
so
this
again.
Because it sounds like he's trying to say jab.
It does.
You dirty jab would not help at all. Or because you dirty jab doesn't, I don't know, doesn't seem right. Fuck off. What's your problem? I don't like your style. Okay, so we're going into style.
Because obviously he's an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're just trying to find out if he's a racist asshole.
He is an asshole.
Because like I said, it does have the energy, if that makes any sense. He could have been racist, but even she was like, I think he might have been talking about jab. And she's the one he was going after. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to call it, bro. I'm going to call it, bro. I'm going to call it jab. It just seems like this isn't racist, but Harada makes an excellent point.
So that's what I wanted your opinion on.
Yeah.
Is fuck you enough? Because he's like, whatever the misinterpretation is, he goes, you guys usually make a big deal about this period, so I don't want to hear it, basically.
Yeah.
But then he goes on, fuck you is dirty enough words. So he's like, technically, if y'all can verify his account, we will ban it over a fuck you.
I think because he went out of his way to send negative energy, and then she's like replying, and his response is "fuck you" when he instigated it. I think it's the overall energy. Like, it's one thing to be like, man, oh man, you suck or whatever, you know,
right?
You know, oh, you abuse this, but it's nothing to come at like with like hate and almost violence. And this is being like fuck you is a violent word. It has violent context. So, like, you know, it could be innocuous. You know, I use it all the time. Fuck is probably one of my most used words. Like, honestly, but it could have negative tones, and I honestly think that's what he was going for with this. And I think if you want to foster community, you can make the argument that, yeah, I'll ban you for this. You shouldn't be trolling people like that. Dude, I've been playing Street Fighter lately. I've been online, and there's sometimes I'm winning a lot, to be quite honest, bro. The geef is back, bro.
All right, we got to bring Bogus back.
Pro wrestling, I love you. I'll always be hooked on you. Oh, okay, dude. But I've been running into, like, when I win a match or a guy's playing like stupid and I get salty. Like, I want to be like, oh, this fucking asshole, man, you suck. But I don't do it. I just, you know, take the L, which wasn't many.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't many to few, but every time I took the L, if I lost a round over something stupid, I'd get upset. But at the end of the day, you just let it go. It's just a game. You know, but when you're in the competitive spirit, I could see, you know, why. No one likes to lose. But this, I honestly kind of agree with him that this is the right kind of way to think about it. Is like, hey, this is super negative, and we can ban him for this.
Wow, that's crazy, because a part of me thought you were going to go the opposite way. Because I know there's some people watching, they're going to be like, we can't even say fuck you anymore? Like, what's up with that?
You can say fuck you,
but what you were saying is the context, right?
Saying fuck you to a person because they won and they're playing Tekken, like going out of your way to message someone, that's true. Looking up their PSN ID, typing a message and being like, fuck you. Like,
right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Would you do that in public? If you're sitting next to me and be like, oh, you fuck you. How does this look? Hey, we're playing next to each other. Fuck you. Fuck your jab. Jab, 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 jab. Does that look good? No.
Then we might fight.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. You wouldn't do that in public.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that if you were sitting next to that girl.
Yeah.
So why you fronting? So why can't we take this serious?
Okay.
Now, you know, it's at the same time, it seems like so small. It's like, oh, all he said was fuck you. But, you know, I'm kind of with Harada. It's like, we want to foster a better community overall. It's okay to talk trash. I beat you. Oh, you're a suck. All you do is rely on jab, get better, noob, whatever.
Right.
But to just have that kind of violent tone and have that hate, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get that a little out of here.
Right. Well, that's what's up, man. Let us know how y'all feeling in the comments. Like I said, some hot takes, not so hot takes, but either way, at the end of the day, just trying to make the community better. But how y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, one more game. Definitely let me know how you feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love, and thank Dirty Low for coming back.
Always a
and
pleasure.
giving us the lowdown.
Always a pleasure.
I appreciate the love, man. We got some exciting things in store.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably not going to happen. I want to say the beginning of next month. So hang on, y'all. Hang on.
Good things coming.
Either way, man, thank you for the massive love. If we don't see you tomorrow, it'll definitely be the next day. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Even my voice just pierces a room like butter. Just like a hot knife. Just, oh, Dirty Low's here. I'm here.
I want y'all to know, I literally just pressed record. Haven't even started yet. And he's already talking this shit. Like, but that's why we love him.
Why'd you even bring me here?
That's why we love him.
That's why you brought me here.
God.
What are we doing? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? Hot take?
All right.